All right, Jared, what's wrong with your car? Other than you wrecking and hitting all the curbs and getting rear-ended.
Did you show him?
No.
Crack my bumpy.
You want to give him a walk around of all your new damage?
Yeah, okay, we'll start. Wait, no, we gotta start with the OG. So this was when we first moved into the shop, or Devin moved into the shop, and the landlord had his trailer out, and I backed right into it. So that's what this nice little gouge is there.
Nice. I like the failing 3M tape.
This is I don't know how that happened, but our lovely coworker, you know, he was doing some drifty boy stuff, and that's what the little Fozzie hit me. You can't really see it, but yeah, that there. Let's see what else we got. Come around to the side here. We got losing all my clear coat. Losing my clear coat there.
You could have used some ceramic coat back in the day, but now it's just gone.
I should have got more Avalon cage. And then yesterday I went to, you know, was just turning a corner and I slid right into a snowbank, and there goes my grill trim. And it runs like poop. Okay.
And that's what we're fixing today. Hopefully, a good start.
Yeah.
His fuel hanger is a little sus. And I got a spare because I have a parts car. So I'm gonna pull this thing in my shop, and I'm gonna put a different hanger in it with the Walbro 450 and hopefully take care of some issues so you can beat the shit out of it and not blow it up.
Yeah. Well, did you tell him like how it runs? What's going on?
That's your job.
Oh, well, Rite Aid. I can't talk. Right way.
He goes to Rite Aid.
Right when you get into boost or it starts building boost, it just falls on its face. So AFR's hit like 17.
Beautiful. All right. Ugh. Jared, I'm not even gonna show them, bro. You'll get roasted alive. Keep your car clean. I just cleaned it for you like a week ago.
Oh my god, why do I have so many water bottles?
Why do you have so many dildos? Nah, quarter.
Good boy.
So I'm not so sure this is the issue as to why the AFRs are all over the place suddenly. It's definitely not a tune, because when this car was tuned, it ran absolutely perfect. But this is definitely an issue because this leaks and it makes the whole cabin of the car smell like fuel. So we're pretty much taking the Torque Solution hanger, or the fit kit, I guess you'd call it, and the Walbro 450, putting it back into a factory hanger, and then it'll just connect back to the factory wiring harness. All right, we got the new hanger in. I did go ahead and put a different gauge on it. The old gauge was just stuck reading a lot of PSI. Where's that thing? Here it is. This gauge is just chilling at 70 PSI or 75 PSI. So it was hard to know what the fuel pressure was. So we got those two things fixed. That may or may not fix the AFR issue with the leaky hanger. I guess we'll see. But before we go hooning around the streets of Mexico, we are gonna mount up some snow tires on this thing so it doesn't keep smacking into curbs and ruining grills and bumpers. let's go for a quick rip and see how she performs. I miss this car. Back when Bobby used to own her, she was a nice, clean ripper. It's still a ripper, we just gotta get her dialed back in. So the car is still very, very lean. There's one last thing I'm gonna try real quick, and that is just giving it a little bit extra tension on the regulator. If that regulator rod's backed all the way out, it's not gonna increase fuel pressure along with boost. So if that is the case, that's gonna cause a lot of problems. I don't know how it would back out, but let's just give it a shot and see what happens from there. You're not supposed to mess with fuel pressure, by the way, just so you guys are aware, after the car is tuned, because that can greatly mess with your tune. But in this instance, the car already runs like shit, so we gotta get it figured out.
Something.
There you go, sir.
Thanks, BB.
You can rip it now.
Actually,
all right, Jared's car's all fixed up. The issue was what I thought it was. It needed a touch increase of fuel pressure. Technically, it didn't increase the fuel pressure. We threaded the rod down a little bit. Pressure stayed the same, but being that rod somehow backed out on us, fuel pressure was not increasing with boost pressure. Now it is, and you guys saw she was in the 11s instead of in the 16s under boost. So we have one maintenance thing to take care of, and I'm promising myself that if I finally do this, which honestly, it's months behind, then I gotta do the one mod I've been needing to do or wanting to do for months, but I've been putting it off because I'm neglecting the maintenance on the Duramax. And no, that does not include washing it. I washed this truck about 3 days ago, and this is what happens when you got 14 wides in the middle of winter. Quite ridiculous. Well, that was a bit hairy. I thought the oil filter was not coming off. I ended up breaking the oil filter wrench, and I had to use this big ass set of pliers to rip this thing off. And here's how she ended up. We got her off. Not a big deal, just a little hairy. Oil change is done. A couple thousand miles late, but she is done. You ready for the mod? This truck don't deserve this mod, but it's getting it. Ready for this? Sheesh. Brap, brap, brap. Now, of course, we didn't want no crazy carbon fiber wild steering wheel in the Duramax. They had this guy in stock, and look at this thing. It is freaking gorgeous. Simple yet effective. Our OE wheel in this truck is pretty hammered, I must say. Let's do a little side-by-side comparison. So here's the factory wheel. All the stitching's falling apart. This truck is well used and abused. We put a lot of miles on this thing. I got it with 120K, and she's up to over 150 now, or just right at 150. So here's the stock wheel and the new AZA auto wheel. We've been running their wheels for a while, and they are the highest quality steering wheel. The first one I ever installed was in the M3, and then after that we did an S2K. So let's go ahead and pop the stock crusty wheel off. Not sure how it's done, but I'm sure we could figure it out. Dang, this thing's nice, my friends. Wheel is installed and this thing is so freaking comfortable and beautiful. It looks so damn good on this truck. Also, I noticed this thing only has the splines to where you can put it on one way, so you can't like mess up where it's clocked at, which is pretty cool. I appreciate you, AZA Auto Wheel. Thanks for sending this out. This thing's absolutely beautiful. If you guys want a steering wheel for clearly any vehicle in the world is what they make them for, I'll have them linked down below. Go check them out. They are expensive, but you know what they say, you get what you pay for. Look at the details. Look at the details. Well, friends, that is going to be a wrap on today's random shenanigans. Hope you guys enjoyed the update of a few of the vehicles that needed some work. And with that being said, I am out. Goodbye.